Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azizah Savira and my friend Helyana Wulandari want to interview Alif Al Hajj about learning at home. Alif, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, one question. In your opinion, how does learning at home now, which is certainly different from studying at school?
I think because the way of learning through online media, we have to be more focused and active in order to understand the material presented by the lecturer.
Okay, two. Has this home study helped you learning process?
Not very helpful because it's not an effective when studying face to face as usual.
Three. What do you think if studying at home continues until an unlimited time?
If it's the best for now, then we have to adjust to the current situation. On of the way is to focus more on paying attention to the material presented by the lecturer so that during learning at home we understand the material.
Four. Why is studying at home for now a priority choice for us?
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the increasing cases of COVID, we have to stay at home at this time. Therefore, studying at home is our main choice.
Five. What kind of dilemmas do you face when studying at home?
I think the dilemma I face is because the material is not explained directly, so I don't really understand it. It made me want to study face to face, but in the current situation, it's not possible because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Six. Do you think that studying at home can increase your learning productivity as well as studying at campus?
In my opinion, it doesn't increase productivity because when we are at home, we feel bored with the atmosphere of the house and we don't meet our friends directly.
Next question is continue with my friend Helyana Wulandari.
Seven, what are the advantage and disadvantage that you can find during the learning process at home?
Study at home has its advantage and disadvantage. The advantage is that we can save time because we don't need to go to campus. When studying at home, we only need to turn on the laptop. But the disadvantage is that because the material is not directly, it's make us not really understand the material.
Eight, how do you respond to the delivery of the material provided by your teacher during the learning process at home?
Some lectures whose delivery is clear, and there are also some lectures who are less clear because they go through online learning media.
Nine, have you ever had difficulty studying at home? If so, try to explain what the difficulties were and when did they occur. If not, try to explain how it is possible for you not to have difficulty studying at home.
Yes, I have. The difficulties that I experienced, for example, the situation at home was ineffective, such as being bothered by my younger siblings were studying and having difficulty asking questions directly to lecturer and friends.
And have your parents been involved in your learning process at home, and what was it like studying at home so that your parents were also involved in it?
My parents were involved in learning at home in encouragement. For example, when I was working on my assignment, sometimes my mother would bring me snack to eat until me getting fat, of course, while working on my assignment.
Okay, 11. In your opinion, which is more effective between learning at home and face-to-face?
I think it's more effective to learn face to face than studying at home because when studying face to face, the material presented by the lecturer is clearer, and when studying face to face, we also met friends.
Okay, let's 12. How is the interaction with your friend during distance learning?
Uh, when studying at home, I think I often interact with friends about material, assignment, and other college matters.
Okay, thank you, Alif.
Okay, you're
I
welcome.
hope this pandemic will end soon.
Okay, thank you.
Introducing us, the group of 10 English communication course will report the result of our interview yesterday about learning through virtual media. The speaker at this interview was Alif Al Hajj. He is a student who is also affected by learning through online media because of the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. Based on the result of interview, we know that COVID-19 pandemic has stopped face-to-face learning and switched to distance learning via internet. In practice, there are advantages and disadvantages to this distance learning.
The advantage of distance learning include saving time, energy, and transportation costs because we only need to turn on the computer at home without having to go to campus. The saving time can actually be used for various activities, for example, doing homework and looking for additional income through freelancing.
However, learning through online media also has many shortcomings. For example, the material present is sometimes difficult to understand, the atmosphere is sometimes not conducive, and maybe in addition, internet network problems that often occur, especially in rural areas. However, it's the result of this pandemic that make us as a student must be able to adapt to change in learning pattern.
Conclusion. Basically, learning through virtual media has advantage and disadvantage. And when compared to face-to-face learning, it would be better if learning activities were carried out face-to-face. However, due to the unforeseeable pandemic condition, we must be able to adapt and we need various new innovations so that virtual learning can be even better.
Dalam timeline perjalanan bagaimana warga Jepang dan juga 2 warga negara Indonesia positif corona ini kemudian bertemu hingga akhirnya tertular virus corona. Kita akan lihat bersama, ini dia.
In 2020, the pandemic that hit the world, COVID-19, began to enter Indonesia. Eventually, various activities must be carried out from home through virtual media without meeting face to face. But that's no excuse for not seeing your friends. Not an excuse not to be productive. Because the most important thing is to adhere to health protocols so that this pandemic will pass quickly. Stay at home to save the world because your health is priority.